Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Music Village. And before any of you ask at home, yes, we are gonna keep all of the instant classic music that Technoax has produced for the entire month of instant classicness, with the exception of the show for the 22nd, for obvious reasons, and for the 28th. Oh wait, for the 22nd and the 29th. I'm getting my dates mixed up. Like we said in the intro, we're still trying to recover from this daylight savings time show to the point that we almost forgot to do a work in progress. But don't worry folks, that will be available as of this upcoming Saturday. And boy, oh boy, all the topics we have to talk about. But besides that, to look forward to in the near future, what did we do with the extra hour we were given after we finally were able to recover? Well, folks, besides hooking up our old PlayStation 2 and going back to a whole bunch of classic games that my sister had, and even getting a chance to replay the game PsyOps: The Mindgate Conspiracy, and I think I need to unlock the General again so I can be like Bison from Street Fighter the movie. Yes, that's a goal I'm looking forward to in the near future, and also able to play a game that I said I'd never play again, but according to what my sister told me, I get a bonus for playing the first one, is Drakengard. Even though we failed miserably 3 times due to a power outage, we finally decided to go back to that game, and we were also able, with the extra hour we were given, to actually go and watch 2 cool movies that actually came out this year. Not only, I do believe that movie that I waited about 10 years to watch, oh yeah, Zombieland 2 Double Tap. We were finally able to watch that movie, and even alongside with it, watch Doom Annihilation. Now, unfortunately, for those who are hoping for a little bit of continuity from Doom Annihilation to the past Doom movie that The Rock starred in, unfortunately, no, there is none. They didn't decide to go with the same storyline that they had from the first one into the second one, but it does feature the BFG. Or, yeah, the BFG. I was about to say the BMG, but no, the BFG. Background music compared to the big effing gun. So, yeah, definitely a cool movie, but a little bit cartoonish toward the end, if you ask me. But besides all that, folks, another thing we were able to do with our extra hour was the fact that we were able to get taunted once again in the middle of the night by the train museum we wanted to go to since we were about 8 years old. Yeah, 22 years later, and we still haven't gone to that train museum. I mean, every single year we pass by it and always say, I wonder what it's like in there. And we never get a chance to go to there, but I got a feeling with this giant oversized list that we decided to make while driving up and down the road to actually pick up our cousin who works at a hotel in the middle of the night, we were actually able to write down a list of things that we wanted to do, most likely by next year, and one of the things that are on the top of that list is definitely go to that train museum. I mean, the kid in me wanted to go there for the longest amount of time, so I'm gonna definitely try to go down there. It has to be done, at least before the end of the year, because I think the final event they have for that train museum is the Polar Express, and that's somewhere in December. Now, speaking of December, folks, and one thing that actually bugged the crap out of me when I was driving down the road is I actually saw people putting up Christmas tree lights now, in November, 2 weeks deep. Or is it 1? No wait, yeah, according to the maestro, technically 2 weeks deep, we're already putting up Christmas tree lights and playing the classic hits of Bing Crosby for his Christmas songs. And I would have said Frank Sinatra, but did he ever come out with any Christmas songs? No? Well, either way, folks, let's just say Christmas is starting to arrive a lot sooner than I thought, and I got a feeling I'm gonna have to get my vaccine shot from the Christmas spirit before it gets any worse. You too, Maestro, because I don't want to hear you singing "'Tis the Season" while we try to do all these shows through this instant classic month. Yeah, you're going to the doctor to get it. I don't care what you say. But before we go any further off the rails, folks, one person I have to thank for this part of the show, and I got a feeling she's probably listening out there right now, is my 3rd grade teacher who made us write a report on what we would do with an extra hour. So yeah, thank you very much for bringing a little bit of inspiration for me for this part of the show for you, the fans at home. And with that said, folks, I think it's time for us to head back into the music, and hopefully when we return, we get things back on track with a little bit of game magic from the Friday Night Greenlight right after this. So don't go anywhere just yet, folks, and stay tuned.